One, just wanted to share with you today our Valentine's Day countdown, and wanted to share with you one of my all-time favorites, which are the palettes. And we have 3 different palettes here. 3 different ones that you can choose from, which is so fun. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the palette number 2. And that one is really, the palette 1 and 2 are very neutral. Really all could work for anybody. And palette 2 is grays. Palette 1 is like neutrals. Palette 3 is like has some purples in it. See, this is palette 2, which is what we're going to do. And palette 1 is more neutrals, but it works with everybody as well. And palette 3 has a lot of purples in it. Okay, so for 3 of them, it's $130 if you get a set of 3, which makes them less than $50 a piece, less than $49 a piece. So really a great deal, and it's under $50. It's cheaper if you get a set of 3, then you could keep one for yourself, or your husband could give one to you. You could have him order it, give one to, if you've got a daughter or a niece or a girlfriend, or you can keep 2 for you. So I just wanted to share that with you. So let's talk a little bit about palette 2. Palette 2, I'm going to go ahead and do Honorable, which is the 3rd one over from here on the lid. And I'm going to go ahead and do Perplexed right here in the crease. And then I'm going to do a little bit of Romantic up there. Okay? So let's get started. So before we do anything, I went ahead and put primer on my face because it's important for the fine lines and wrinkles. And I already put BB cream and powder. And then I put some, as you can kind of see, it's kind of served as my blush, which was the bronzer. And I'm going to go ahead and put the eye primer. The eye primer really helps intensify the colors of the eyeshadow. Gives it a little bit more staying power, although our eyeshadows stay on a long time anyways. Our splurges always stay on. They're rich and creamy. Those stay on. They're crease proof and stay proof for, I don't know, a client had said 14 hours, but that's not really what we say. But you can get a lot of hours out of them. So I want to let this dry just for a couple seconds, which is really important. And while I'm doing that, because you want it to soak into your eyes, I'm going to go ahead and put Loaded on my lips. I really like Loaded because it's has some browns in it, and then also has a little bit of pinks in it. And that helps prevent it from being on your teeth all day. I really like, they're really rich and creamy. Is what I really like about them. And that's a great, as I featured before, that's a great Valentine's Day gift because they're under $19, especially if you get a set of 3. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Honorable on my lid. What I love, and I'm probably going to use, is this right here. You see there's a mirror. And that's really comes in handy. I'm using our eyeshadow brush. I guess what do we call it? Angled shadow sponge brush. Because you can also get a nice angle because of the way that it's angled. You can get a nice line if you want to line it, or even going in the crease. I really like to use that. Okay. So I'm going to put this all over my eye. And I have in other videos shown you how to, with the difference between putting primer on and not putting primer on. I'm actually going to do a video of that. It is a huge difference. You can tell the difference. It just doesn't, the color does not look as intense. You're not going to get the full range of color. And it's not going to stay on as well. It'll stay on, but not as well. And it just won't have that pop of color. So you're really doing yourself a disservice if you don't put primer on first, because you will not get the full effect of the color. Kind of sets up a canvas for that color to adhere to. So that's real pretty. That's the Honorable. And then I'm going to take, as I mentioned, the Perplexed. And I'm going to use that right in the crease. So I'm just going to do a backwards V. See how pretty that is? Then the other side, I'm going to do something slightly different so that you can see how something a little different. I'm going to actually use the Peppy. And the Peppy is the last one. It's almost like a black. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to use the Cocky, which is like the brown. Okay. And these colors look slightly different on once you have them on. This is a little bit more intense of a color. It's real pretty. So you kind of see how that eye looks versus this one. That's a little bit softer on this eye. Okay. And you can blend them out with a crease brush. I'm not going to do that right now. And then I'm just going to use my finger. I'm going to use Romantic. Because I didn't use much sparkle, I'm okay with putting a little bit of sparkle on my brow. If you already have some sparkle going on, I probably wouldn't overuse sparkle. You know, you can use 1 or 2 sparkly colors, but probably wouldn't do all 3 sparkly because it'll be a bit much. See, that's real pretty. And then I probably would put a pop of color right here in my corner. Okay. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the brown to show you how it's going to look right underneath my eye. Eye. Right underneath my lashes, lower lashes, okay? I like to just go halfway down. See how that looks? You can take it right down as a liner. Now, if I was going on, I'd probably use our Proper or our Prim, and also do it right here on the top, so that it blends really well together. And then white right here in the waterline, which white will give it that nice pop too. This is more of a daytime look for me, so I'm not going to go that dramatic. And the other side I'm not going to take down under, just to give you an idea of different looks, okay? So again, this side has Honorable on the lid. It has Perplexed in the crease and Romantic in the brow highlight. Also right here in the inner corner. This side has Honorable on the lid, Romantic brow highlight, and Cocky in the crease. So a little bit of a different look. And then let me go ahead and just add the mascara. It just finishes out the look really nicely. When you're opening mascara, don't go up and down because you're creating more, I guess you could say, friction, and it's just not good for the mascara. So just pull it out. Actually going to start using a mirror. I'm having trouble seeing, whoops, without a mirror. I'm going to use, that's why this is so handy. Go in the backs too. Don't forget the back of your lashes. Those need some love too. Okay, and I'm just going to do a little bit on the bottom lashes. Now, with this mascara, especially the new one, this is the new one, I would not pop over to the other eye. because it will dry and you need it to stay wet so you can put on the fibers. If there's too many fibers on, you can go ahead and rub them right here on the side. Remember, only come 3/4 of the way down. So you want it on the tips, about 3/4 of the way down, okay, with the fibers. Otherwise, you can get some flaking. It just won't adhere as well. And then what you're going to do is then come back over and you're going to put the mascara back on that eye. The gel. So gel, fiber gel. And you only really need them on the tips. The final one. If you want more conditioning, you can put them also on the other one. See the difference between my eyes? I really don't have any eyelashes, so this definitely gives me that nice natural pop that I would normally want to have. Sometimes you don't realize you want it until you start using it, and then you realize, wow, makes a big difference. And I like the fact that it looks very natural. And we'll just finish off this eye, and then we'll be ready to go for the morning. So, wanted to just get ready with you and share with you the eyeshadow palettes. Remember, they're under $50. You can get a set of 3 for $130 or a set of 1 for $49, so bigger savings. And makes a great, great gift. I'd probably get a couple. If you get 3, I'd probably get 3 brushes, unless you're going to keep 2 for yourself, or you send your husband my way and I'll wrap them up and surprise you and tell him what else to get along with it. So, because chocolates they taste wonderful, but they make us gain weight. So let's just go for makeup, because makeup lasts a long time and makes us feel pretty. So have a great, wonderful morning, and we'll see you soon.